When all hope seemed lost, a mysterious suitor arrived. In the heart of the vast African plains stood a kingdom renowned for its lush landscape and majestic beauty. At its helm reigned a benevolent king and queen, their love for each other as boundless as their devotion for their people. Together, they nurtured a kingdom steeped in prosperity and harmony, their reign blessed with the joyous laughter of their beloved daughter, Princess Adama. From a young age, Adama possessed a radiant spirit that charmed all who crossed her path. With eyes as bright as the morning sun and a smile that could light up the darkest of nights, she brought joy and happiness to the hearts of her parents and subjects alike. But fate, as capricious as the wind that swept across the plains, had other plans in store for the young princess. In the midst of a bountiful harvest season, tragedy struck in the kingdom like a bolt of lightning from the heavens above. A mysterious illness swept through the land, claiming the lives of the king and queen, leaving behind a gaping void in the hearts of their people and their grief-stricken daughter to ascend the throne at a tender age. The shock of her parents' sudden passing reverberated through Adama's soul like a thunderous clap, shattering the illusion of security and stability she had once known. In the depths of her despair, she found herself adrift in a sea of overwhelming emotions, grief, anger, and profound sadness, swirling within her like a tempestuous storm. Adama sought solace in the only comfort she could find, the warmth of the food that offered fleeting respite from the crushing weight of her sorrow. Day by day, she sought refuge in the indulgent embrace of rich and decadent dishes, her once slender frame gradually expanding under the weight of her grief, until she became unrecognizable to those who had known her in her youth. Her once graceful figure, which had once glided effortlessly through the palace halls, now bore the burden of her sorrow in form of layers of excess weight. Her cheeks, once rosy and flushed with vitality, now appeared bloated and swollen from the endless feasting that had become her only solace. The sparkle in her eyes, once as bright as the stars that adorned the night sky, had dimmed, overshadowed by the darkness of her despair. As the months passed, the once vibrant palace halls fell silent, haunted by the echoes of Adama's sorrowful cries that pierced the stillness of the night. Consumed by her own misery, she turned a deaf ear to the concerns of her people and the pleas of her uncle, who watched her with a heavy heart as his beloved niece descended further into the depths of despair. Despite his best efforts to counsel her on the importance of maintaining her health and royal appearance, Adama's grief fueled descent into gluttony, blinded her to the consequences of her actions. In her desperation to fill the void left by her parents' untimely demise, she allowed herself to be consumed by the comforts of food, heedless of the toll it took on her body and her kingdom. Her uncle, a wise and compassionate man, tried in vain to reason with her, urging her to heed to the concern of her people and reclaim the mantle of leadership that had been thrust upon her at such a tender age. But his words fell on deaf ears, drowned out by the cacophony of Adama's own despair as she sank deeper into the abyss of her own making. Consumed by her own misery, Adama dismissed his advice, even going so far as to order his public execution, silencing the one voice of reason in her life. In her darkest hour, when all hope seemed lost, a mysterious suitor arrived, offering a glimmer of light amidst the darkness that shrouded her kingdom. It was a day like any other, the sun hanging in the sky as the palace guards stood watch over the majestic gates and guarded the kingdom's most sacred treasures. But as the afternoon sun began its slow descent towards the horizon, a lone figure appeared on the horizon, a shimmering mirage amidst the swaying grassland of the African plains. Cloaked in the vibrant hues of the setting sun, the stranger cut a striking figure against the backdrop of the sprawling landscape. His presence was an enigma, a puzzle waiting to be solved as he approached the palace gates with a confidence born of purpose and determination. As the guards stepped forward to challenge him, the stranger raised a hand in greeting, his voice calm and unwavering, as he spoke of his desire to seek an audience with the princess. Though wary of his intentions, the guards could not deny the sincerity that he radiated from his words, and so they ushered him into the palace grounds, where Adama awaited his arrival with a mixture of curiosity and trepidation. From the moment their eyes met, there was undeniable spark, an invisible thread that bound them together in a dance as old as time itself. Unlike the others who had come before him, the suitor showed genuine affection and kindness towards her, his words and action resonating with sincerity. In the days that followed, he proved himself time and again, his devotion to Adama unwavering in the face of adversity. He listened to her fears and hopes, offering comfort and reassurance in times of uncertainty. He stood by her side as she grappled with the weight of her grief, his presence a beacon of light amidst the darkness that threatened to consume her. But it was not only in words that he showed his affection for her, but also in deeds. He spent countless hours by her side, his hands skilled in the art of healing as he tended to the needs of her people with compassion and grace. He laughed with her in times of joy and held her close in moments of sorrow, his unwavering support a testament to the depth of his love for her. As the days turned into weeks and weeks into months, Adama found herself drawn to him in ways she could never have imagined. Despite her initial skepticism, she allowed herself to open her heart to him, to believe that perhaps, just perhaps, she found the love and acceptance she had so desperately sought. But alas, as fate would have it, the suitor's true intentions were not as pure as they seemed. In the moment when Adama's guard was down and her heart open, he seized the opportunity to betray her trust, his hands stained with the blood of treachery, as he snuffed the light out of her life. And then, in a moment that sent shockwaves through the kingdom, the suitor made a bold proclamation, declaring himself the rightful heir to the throne and asserting his claim to the kingdom's crown. With a cunning smile and a glint of triumph in his eyes, he cast aside the facade of affection and revealed the true depths of his ambition, a thirst for power that knew no bounds. In the aftermath of her tragic demise, the kingdom mourned the loss of their beloved princess, reflecting upon the harsh judgments they had cast upon her in life. But amidst their grief and regret, they were forced to confront uncomfortable truth. Adama's downfall lay not solely in her physical transformation or the treachery of her suitor, but rather in her refusal to heed the warnings of those around her. By disregarding the concerns of her people and allowing her grief to consume her, she fell victim to the very judgments she had sought to escape. And so, as the kingdom mourned the loss of their beloved princess, they were reminded of the importance of humility and self-awareness, and the dangers of allowing pride and arrogance to cloud one's judgments. For in the end, Adama's tragic fate served as a sobering reminder that sometimes society's judgments hold a glimpse of truth within them, and that ignoring them can lead to dire consequences. If you don't want to miss the most exciting African folk tales, make sure to subscribe. Till next time!
Reveling in the freedom of expression it afforded her. In his presence, her insecurities melted away, replaced by a newfound sense of confidence and belonging. However, their burgeoning romance faced an unforeseen obstacle when a devastating plague swept through the villages, plunging the realm into chaos. As the contagion spread relentlessly, Aidan and Aaron found themselves forcibly separated by stringent quarantines imposed by village leaders. Alone and consumed by fear, Aidan yearned for Aaron's reassuring presence, clinging to the hope of their eventual reunion. Amidst the darkness of isolation, Aidan's resilience was put to the test as she battled the ravages of the plague. Miraculously, she emerged from the ordeal alive, though weakened by the ordeal. To her astonishment, the prolonged illness had inexplicably eradicated her lifelong body odor, granting her a newfound sense of liberation. Eager to reconnect with her beloved, Aidan ventured beyond the confines of the palace, only to be met with the harsh reality of societal judgment. Despite her physical transformation, the villagers recoiled at her presence, their disdain serving as a bitter reminder of her past rejection. Desperate to reclaim her sense of self-worth, Aidan threw herself into the pursuit of external validation, neglecting her inner turmoil in favor of fleeting accolades. In her quest for acceptance, Aidan organized a grand wrestling tournament, offering her hand in marriage to the victor. Yet, as the spectacle unfolded, Aidan's facade crumbled, revealing the depth of her internal strife. In a moment of vulnerability, she confronted Aaron, her true love, and begged for his forgiveness, acknowledging the folly of her vanity. In the aftermath of their reconciliation, Aidan and Aaron chose to defy societal expectations, embracing their love against all odds. Together, they embarked on a journey of self-discovery, finding solace in each other's unwavering devotion. As they forged a new path forward, Aidan vowed never to lose sight of what truly mattered, the enduring bond they shared, unencumbered by societal constraints. As Aidan and Aaron embarked on their journey of reconciliation, a sense of hope permeated the air, signaling a new beginning for the star-crossed lovers. Against the backdrop of a picturesque sunset, their silhouettes intertwined, a testament to the resilience of love in the face of adversity. In the distance, the sound of distant drums echoed, a poignant reminder of the challenges they had overcome. As their story unfolded, viewers were captivated by the raw emotion and poignant symbolism woven into every scene. As the screen faded to black, a simple message appeared: "Subscribe if you liked the video." It was a gentle invitation for viewers to join the community and stay connected with future updates and content. With a final flourish, the screen lit up once more, displaying the words "Love conquers all" in elegant script, a fitting conclusion to a tale of love, redemption, and the enduring power of the human spirit.
In a quaint African village embraced by lush landscapes, there lived a young girl named Adisa. Her early childhood was a tapestry of laughter and joy as she played with the other children from the village. At the tender age of 5, her days were filled with innocent games near the crackling campfire, the sun painting the sky with hues of gold. Adisa, even as a child, was astonishingly beautiful. Her radiant smile could light up the darkest corners of the village, and her sparkling eyes reflected the purity of a soul untouched by the world. However, fate had a different plan for her. On one fateful day, while playing near the campfire, the joyous scene turned into a moment that would shape Adisa's life forever. The children gathered around the dancing flames, their faces illuminated by the firelight. Adisa, fueled by the boundless energy of youth, joined the group, her eyes reflecting the sheer joy of childhood. As the children engaged in a lively game of tag near the flickering campfire, the village echoed with their laughter. In the midst of the game, Adisa, darting between her friends, stumbled over a small hidden rock. Unable to regain her balance, she found herself teetering on the edge of the campfire. The searing flames leaped towards her unsuspecting form, and with a helpless cry, she tumbled into the fire. The village fell silent as shock and fear gripped the onlookers. Adisa's parents, drawn by the collective gasp, rushed to the scene. With urgency fueled by parental instinct, they pulled their precious daughter from the flames, but the damage had been done. Adisa, marked by the scars that adorned her face, bore the physical remnants of that pivotal moment in her childhood. As Adisa matured, her radiant inner beauty clashed with the judgmental eyes of the villagers who couldn't see beyond the scars. Despite her numerous attempts to find love, each endeavor ended in heartbreak. The young men, blinded by societal expectations, turned away from Adisa, unable to recognize the kindness in her eyes or the warmth in her heart. One sunny afternoon, she approached a young man from the village square, her heart pounding with hope. With sincerity in her eyes, she poured her feelings into words, hoping that he would recognize the kindness and warmth that defined her. The young man, however, hesitated, glancing nervously at Adisa's scars before politely declining. Undeterred, Adisa smiled gracefully, concealing the sting of rejection. Her spirit unbroken, she continued her search, determined to find someone who could look beyond the surface. Another time, during a village celebration, Adisa spotted a group of young men sharing laughter by the bonfire. Summoning courage, she approached them, joining in the merriment. As the night wore on, she shared stories, laughter, and dreams, hoping that one of them would see her for who she truly was. Yet as the embers flickered and the night grew darker, the young men dispersed, leaving Adisa standing alone in the fading warmth of the fire. Despite these setbacks, Adisa's unwavering spirit endured. Her parents, moved by love and concern, arranged a marriage for her with an older man known for his wisdom and kindness. Adisa, respecting her parents' wishes, entered into the union with hope that time might reveal the true beauty of her heart to her husband. The wedding day arrived, and the villagers observed in hushed silence as Adisa, veiled in humility, exchanged vows with her husband. Whispers of judgment lingered, but Adisa paid them no mind, choosing a path of acceptance and resilience. Her marriage, against the odds, blossomed into a haven of love, and Adisa became a source of strength for her family. As the years passed, Adisa gave birth to 2 children, a son and a daughter. The children inherited their mother's inner and outer beauty, possessing hearts and smiles as pure as crystal springs. The daughter, in particular, grew into a woman of extraordinary grace and charm. Her beauty, reminiscent of Adisa's own before the campfire incident, began to shine with each passing day. Her features, untouched by the scars that had marked her mother's face, blossomed into a captivating elegance that enchanted the entire village. Yet, despite her external allure, the daughter remained humble and kind, inheriting the essence of her mother's resilient spirit. Fate however, had a different plan for the daughter. One day, while attending a grand celebration in the village, she caught the eye of the prince of the kingdom. The prince, renowned for his discerning nature, recognized true beauty within Adisa's daughter. Mesmerized by her kindness and inner radiance, he sought her company, sparking a connection that surpassed societal norms. Their meeting was nothing short of magical. The prince, captivated by her beauty both inside and out, engaged her in conversations that ranged from the profound to the light-hearted. Adisa's daughter, initially hesitant, found herself drawn to the prince's genuine interest in her thoughts and dreams. As the night unfolded, they danced under the moonlit sky, their laughter echoing through the village square. In a quiet moment, the prince, gazing into her eyes, confessed the profound impact she had on him. He spoke of her resilience, beauty, and the kindness that radiated from within. The daughter, moved by his sincerity, felt an intense connection. The prince, recognizing the extraordinary woman before him, took her hand and asked her to be his bride. Their love story, marked by acceptance and understanding, became a beacon of hope for the entire village. The wedding, a celebration of love and unity, merged the traditions of the kingdom with the vibrant spirit of the African village. The bride, adorned in a dress that reflected the colors of the sunset, walked down the aisle, escorted by her proud mother, Adisa. As they exchanged vows, the prince spoke eloquently about the beauty that goes beyond the surface, emphasizing the importance of recognizing the worth within each individual. The ceremony, a testament to love's transformative power, resonated through the hills and valleys, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts of those who witnessed it. As their love story unfolded, Adisa's family found themselves elevated to a position of prominence and prosperity. The daughter's marriage to the prince brought newfound joy, dispelling the judgments that had plagued Adisa's life. Adisa's journey, from the scars of her past to the joy of her daughter's union, became a powerful testament to the importance of looking beyond appearances and embracing the inherent worth of every individual. The scars on her face, once a symbol of rejection, now symbolized a legacy of love, resilience, and acceptance that resonated through the entire kingdom, leaving an enduring lesson for generations to come. Till next time, bye.